Yo, welcome to another episode of Unpredictable Thoughts Podcast. Your boy Trouble's in the building, doing the damn thing solo dolo. Well, somewhat. I want to give a shout out to Crown Royal Peach. That's what I'm kind of sipping on today. Make sure you don't drink and drive too crazy. Call a Uber, call a Lyft if you get inebriated or you're too intoxicated. Damn, I sound intoxicated now. But nah, I'm chilling in the crib. So yeah. And then also I did a 12-day no drinking challenge. Like I didn't announce it when I first did it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I let like 6 days go past. And
Okay.
maybe 4 days go past. Then I was like, yo, 6 of 10 days no drinking. Then once I got to like my 10th day, I was like, yo, I could go 2 more days.
Yeah.
And it was like, I don't know, and it felt like I felt good about this shit. Like I was in the gym, heavy lifting.
Once you change certain things, you start to feel a way about yourself. So
Yeah,
I mean,
I felt I seen the results.
Mm-hmm.
Like these abs popping. These shoulders popping now. Motherfuckers can't tell me nothing.
but see, when drinking does come with adding a little bit of weight on. So it hits you in certain areas. So if once you cut it out, you will notice a big difference in like your weight and stuff.
Yeah, it was the weight, but also it was for me. It was like when I drink, I drink. Like
Yeah,
I
going
get,
back.
yeah, I get it in. So it was like, yo, with the whole drinking, then the next day you kind of feeling shitty,
Yeah, all sluggish.
Then
Yeah.
you just trying to consume food.
Praying that you'll never do it
Yeah,
again.
like I ain't gonna drink no more.
Right, take this feeling away.
Like God, I promise I ain't gonna drink no
If
more.
you
The
just-
biggest
if
lie I
you
tell
just
myself.
Heal me this one time. I promise.
Yeah, yeah. So after that, I don't really feeling nervous.
You felt you can live without it. Like it wasn't a need at that point.
Yeah, it's not a need.
Mhm.
And there was, I don't want to say it was never a need. Well, maybe we could probably say it was a need in a sense. Like, yo, I'm stressed out. I need to drink.
See, that's a coping mechanism.
Coping. There we go.
You cope by drinking.
So I guess my new coping mechanism is just not doing it.
I mean,
Well, I don't need. It's not even coping at that point, right?
yeah. In a way. So if you can retrain your thoughts instead of going to a drink for something else, you've then retrained your mind to know that that's not something you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and then you focus on something better for you.
Yeah.
Versus
So the
not so
gym,
bad for
audio books. I've been really dabbing into
what you been
that.
listening to?
So I did digital minimalism, and then I did Contagious. Why things catch on. It's part of that Nipsey Hussle
Okay.
reading book or whatnot.
I might need you to send me that. That sounds
Yeah, I got you. I'll send you that. Oh yeah, it's Maiya.
You didn't introduce me, but I was going with it.
Yeah. Sorry, I was going to do my regular intro, then we just start conversing. So I was like,
It happens.
yeah, it happens. But we got Miss Maiya Weston
Absolutely.
in the building, real estate. Been
I am. I'm a real estate agent.
designer agent.
And interior. Yes, I'm the designing agent.
The designer agent.
The designing agent.
Yeah.
Yes.
But before we get into all of that, so yeah, no drinking. That's been going on with me. The tank tops, yeah. So if y'all,
The tank top.
yeah, if y'all, it's tank top season, baby. Unisex tank top, so
All flavors.
all flavors, especially
All
this
flavors.
neon wave. I know that shit was popping.
I love. My favorite color is yellow. If you haven't noticed.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
My
Now I
favorite
see
color
it.
is yellow. I ain't get yellow nails today, but that's okay.
So why is that just pop? Like,
Trends. They go up, they down, they come, they go. So the colors is just popping right
hey,
now.
shit.
I ain't mad at it.
I ain't mad at it either. I was
like-
like, y'all want it? I'ma supply it.
hey, and as a supplier, you know your audience.
Exactly.
So you know what's in keeping up with trends. I feel like you on the right track.
Yeah, so by the time the podcast is out, 3 new colors will be released. I did neon, orange, pink, and blue.
Yes. Wait. You need yellow.
I already had yellow. Yellow and green was the first.
Neon green.
Yeah, neon green.
Green is popping.
Yeah. First 2, I was like, okay, if they want them, then. And I was just talking to bartenders about it. And I was like, yo, why is it what's going on? And they's like, yo, neon
It's
slime. That's
it's
what they
a
call it,
slime.
slime. He's like, yeah,
I can see that.
slime. I was like, all right, cool.
They are attractive colors, and it's summertime.
And
Women
now
want to
seeing
show
it,
off. They want to show out. So.
Uh oh. Guns out. Like guns with the arms. That's what I mean by that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Suns out, guns out.
Yeah, suns out, guns out. There we go.
I'm familiar.
So yeah, enough about me. Hey, it's Military Appreciation Month. So for all those that know, damn. If you know anybody in the military, hey, appreciate them. Thank them for their service. I'm pretty sure they heard it 1,000 times or more, because I've heard it 1,000 times. So
Well, thank you for your service.
Thank you for the support.
Absolutely.
Also is Lupus Month. Lupus Awareness Month.
Lupus awareness, yes.
So this is very interesting because I never really knew about lupus.
Okay. So what have you learned thus far about it?
It's very unpredictable, just like this podcast.
Okay.
So it just, like, certain areas of the body just gets attacked. It's like, it's just so uncommon, unpredictable. Like, like, some of the symptoms can go as something else.
Yeah.
But it's actually lupus. So it's like, hey, bitch, I'm in disguise.
I'm in disguise. Wow.
Yeah.
That's something. I mean, I've never personally known anybody with the disease, but I used to watch a show called America's Next Top Model, and it was a model on there, and she had lupus, and like her hair would fall out, and some days she couldn't like get out of bed to do like some of the challenges that they had to do. So I mean, that was kind of like my first whiff of the disease, but ever since then, I mean, I don't physically know people that have it, but I've heard about it.
Well, maybe they just don't talk about it.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, that's something internally. So if they're not willing to share, I mean, you're not gonna really know unless they let you know.
Like, hey, I got lupus. My name's Karen. Like,
right?
What? Like, I wasn't expecting all that, but okay. Hey, put me on to some knowledge.
But see, I feel like that's good too, because you can bring that awareness.
Yeah.
I mean,
by talking about it.
Absolutely, because not a lot of people even know. Like, it could be someone in their family that's sick, and you just may think it's one thing, and can be described as something else. So
yeah. So should we kind of not live in a society like everything we have is a secret because we know that somebody else may have it?
I can agree, but not everyone's that open.
Yeah.
So people are more personable. People wanna, because some people may take pity on them, and they want to be a strong individual and not not let their disease cripple them.
Yeah.
So they may not say anything, but we don't know.
True. Damn.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah, I like that. I like that. So it says lupus. Lupus is complicated and unpredictable disease. You don't know when symptoms will strike or how long a flare could last.
Sheesh, that's excruciating.
So they said common lupus symptoms: extreme fatigue that doesn't go away with rest, joint pain, stiffness, and swelling, 2 or more joints.
Okay.
Fever over 100.
Sheesh.
Muscle pain. Hair loss.
Yeah.
Skin sores and rashes, which may occur in a butterfly shape pattern. Oh, okay. That's why I got the pattern. Okay, got it.
That makes sense.
Nose or mouth sores, usually painless.
Okay.
And then skin rashes after sun exposure.
So all those can happen at one time, or you could have a few of those at any flare-up.
I have no idea.
Now, see, that's a question that needs to be asked.
Yeah, hey, for any
because
of the
that's
listeners,
a lot.
Yeah, any of the listeners that listen to the podcast, hey, yeah, can y'all answer that question? So the question was what again?
So all that you've listed, do all of those issues attack the body at the same time, or you'll get a few here of this version, or you'll get a couple here of this version? It's like, because that's a lot for, to happen at the body at one time. Like, I can understand people not being able to move.
Yeah.
That's
not getting out of bed.
Exactly. You got a fever. You got rashes, sores. Like, that's a lot to deal with at one time.
Yeah.
Most people can't handle the common cold.
Most people can't even handle a hangover. So like, hey, I salute for all those that have it because there's no cure for lupus.
And they
And that
they have
sucks.
medicine
Yeah,
to
they have.
temporary delay stuff, but that's not a cure.
Yeah,
So I mean that's a battle that people face every day.
yeah, that's
Mhm.
crazy. Oh yeah, and then also for the month of what May? What month? This is May.
This is May. Yes.
Yeah, for the month of May, for all purchases on all merchandise for the Unpredictable Thoughts, the website, I'm giving out lupus, like little lupus
Little
pins.
pins. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
cute.
yeah. So I'm giving those out for the free. So
Show your support.
yeah. So show your support. Make sure you purchase if you can. But yeah,
Just something for you people.
yeah. Just something for the people.
Show
You know,
support.
when I was reading up on it, I was like, yo, hey, this is for y'all. It's not.
And that's good because you're bringing a lot of stuff to light.
Yeah.
Like I said, like you and I, we didn't know about this until what today, a week ago.
Yeah.
So,
I try to do a lupus post
Mhm.
every.
I've seen that.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
I don't really like posting. That's gonna be the downfall of me.
But you do it,
Yeah.
and that's good. That's all you can do. Ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Oh, I like it.
Ah.
And the last thing for this month is mental health awareness.
Yes, which is a topic that needs to be touched on heavily, especially in the African American community, because we suppress a lot. So
Yeah.
I definitely believe mental health needs to be touched on more.
Who's to blame for that? Do you think?
I mean, some
You have to point the finger on why it's a certain way. You have to.
everyone has a different upbringing, I guess you could say. A lot of us share.
Generational suppression?
Yeah.
There we
Believe
go.
it or not. Believe it or not. So, like I said, your family. It all starts from your upbringing, honestly. So, a lot of people will have memes on social media like, you have to wash the dishes before, going out. Or something like that. Like you have to exchange something for your absence. Just like little things like that mold you. And then when you are surrounded by those type of people, like that becomes your normal. And then when something outside of your normal happens and you don't really know how to deal with that, you're challenged.
Are you talking about social media perspective or life?
I mean real life. Like,
but I think that's why I always try to surround myself with like
positive people.
Both ends of the spectrum. Because it's like, why not be able to handle everything versus, okay, yeah, you may surround yourself with the left side of the spectrum, but the right side is going to eventually hit you one day. And it's like, why not be able to balance that?
Absolutely.
That's why social media can kind of be...
It's twisted.
It's twisted. And social media builds like a cult-like following. So what I mean by that is like, if I'm a very religious person or whatnot, all I'm following is like Jesus Christ lovers.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, it keeps you in that.
It keeps you in that world, but you have a world outside of that.
That is true. You need to be open to all.
Yeah, so you got know ratchet and righteousness.
Amen.
You need a balance, baby. You need a goddamn balance. So it's like, understand. I don't know. It's like social media. You kind of build a cult following, and it's like, yo, that shit's scary.
It is, and it's drama. That's all it is. People are infatuated with other people's lives because of the drama. They're in the spotlight. They're in the limelight. Like, they're receiving all this attention. Like, the whole Ayesha Curry situation.
Oh, let's talk about that. Oh, I like that segue. There you go. I might have to get you on here another episode.
Like, everyone, if she was just a regular person, no one would have really paid that comment any mind. Because of who she is and where she is, they felt as though it was a need to drag this woman. She's a human being. She has emotions. Like, she deals with the same day-to-day as we do. Now, on a higher end, absolutely.
Yeah.
By all means, but still, like, at the end of the day, we're all human.
Yeah.
This woman has emotions. And the fact
She
that a lot of
feelings too.
Exactly. Like, people are trying to drag her for feeling how she feels. Like,
I ain't gonna drag her. I just want to, in a sense, be able to understand. And so I've been trying to get both sides
yes.
of it. of course.
That's good. I appreciate your efforts.
And the crazy part is, I went to the end all be all that all females go to was Mr. Derek Jackson.
Okay. Hang now.
All the women love Derek Jackson, even if he got white wife. Crazy part is, he was like, "Yo, it's problematic," and I was like, "Wow."
Elaborate.
I couldn't think of the word for it. I was like, "Yo, so there's something wrong with this." And the reason why I said it, because it's like, I was talking to one of my homeboys about it yesterday. I was like, "Yo, you telling me that, like, I understand, she has children and whatnot.
3.
And, 3 children. Steph Curry has, he plays, 82 games a season. Plus, if they go to, playoffs and all that stuff, right?
Yep.
I'm like, yo, at the end of the day, yeah. Hold on, how can I put this? How can I put this? Like, I was under the impression, like, when you're in a relationship, like, you should only want to be desired on who you're in a relationship with, right?
Agreed.
So it's like, why are you looking for something else? That's like if a male was to say that, or if a male is talking too long to a waitress, like, "Oh, you kikiing with that bitch," like, like, what, you want her or something? It's like.
But this is another thing that also stood out to me. They have been together for years. Like,
Okay.
They have been together for years.
Commitment is a choice.
I seen something was just like she never had.
She ain't go through a whole phase.
She ain't go through a whole phase. Ladies. I know people who they feel like men too need to get it out of their system.
Yeah, I went through my whole phase. That shit, it's
like
boring. It's boring once you kind of
slow down,
accomplish certain things in a sense, or do certain things. It gets boring.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm in agreement with you.
There we go.
So she never really had her whole phase. Now she's in a period of her life where she feel like she's losing herself. Well, in my perspective, from what she said. But, like, you're known as this Steph Curry's husband. You have, like, these 3 kids. Like, for the past back-to-back, you've had children. Like, you've had no time to be wanting yourself again. You don't have that. She probably lost that hold. What is that? What is that? That's what she does for the public. Who's to really say that she does that for internally for her?
Oh. Well, wouldn't
that's a source of income.
Got it.
That's a source of income.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, her husband's balling, so therefore she got it by default. But still, like, as for a woman, for yourself, if he was to leave her today, besides the child support that she would get, what does she have on her own?
Hey, I don't know. Wouldn't that be something that she would have to build, in a sense?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. Because it's like, yeah, I don't know.
I feel
so it's like, why hasn't she built that her own thing yet, in a sense, and not be in the shadow of
her husband?
Yeah, of her husband.
I mean, like I said, she's a full-time mom.
Got it.
So she takes care of her children, and I don't have any kids, but I know that they are your first priority. Like, he's the not to, I guess, I don't want to say idolize, but he's the moneymaker.
The breadwinner.
He's the right.
But isn't that what all women want? Like, oh, you're supposed to protect and provide? I mean, that's his way of providing. He's building that foundation for...
And that man is truly respected for what he does for his family. I commend him.
Yeah.
Like, even on his post today when he was supporting her. Like, I commended that. Like, at the end of the day...
Do you think that was a genuine post, or was it just like, man,
I heard a lot of mixed reviews about it. People saying, like, it was a publicity stunt. Like, he had to say that. Like, that's his wife. But, like, behind closed... We don't know.
Yeah.
We on the outside looking in. So, I just feel as though I don't think she necessarily meant that she wanted the attention. I mean, she made the post granted to get, but, like, she said she doesn't really want it. She just wants to know that, like, with all that's going on, like, with her still being her, she wants to know that she's desired. Women throw themselves at Steph Curry all the time.
Yeah.
Who, like you said, who's going to feel that way about her?
I don't know. It's weird because it's like, I even said this. I was like, yo, I think niggas just respect Curry so much. Just like they respect Jay.
Yeah. So they wouldn't try their wives.
Yeah, they ain't going to try their wives. So it's like, why? Like, why?
But it's like that's like conforming her into whom she is. Like that's making her a part of him. Like where's her individuality in that?
True.
Like, granted, yes, I am his wife, but like Beyonce said, I'm not just his little wife.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't listen to Beyonce, so.
but bow down, bitches. Like,
But that would be for her to kind of.
how are you gonna do that in a marriage and 3 kids?
Same way Beyonce doing it, I guess. I don't know. Like, I'm not in that. Like, it's one thing to say that, but we also got put in the perspective. Like, yo, okay, she was saying something about her body, right? Yeah, she was saying something about her body, like my body's not the same, whatever.
I believe it. Like I said, you have had children.
I understand that. Like, trust me, I completely understand that. But I'm like, yo, their resources. You have better resources than the normal woman has.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by that is like, yo, I'm pretty sure one phone call you could probably get some of the NBA trainers to goddamn train you.
But see, it's not just I mean, I believe a lot has to do with the physical aspect of it. But also this ties back into it's your mental.
Yeah.
I mean, like, yo, you can get your body snatched. Like you say, you have those resources, but in the same sense, like, yo, if your body can look banging, but if it ain't good up here, like, nothing else really matters.
Yeah, but it's like, why is she? If Steph is, because you said, not wrong with me and Steph.
Mm-hmm.
If Steph is giving you all, then why do you need the validation?
Who's to say that he's giving her all?
Well, she ain't say he wasn't. So
I mean, she's not gonna slander her man neither.
True.
I mean, granted, this
Why
was
even have that? It's like almost a gateway. She almost provided a gateway for that whole conversation. I mean, that's why we having it now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's a gateway. So we're going the lines of saying like, okay, if you said that Steph is, giving you all, why you need validation from another man? Why you putting? If Steph is giving you his all, why do you put Steph in the predicament to be like, okay, I'm giving her my all, but she still wants more.
But see, you said if, like I said, who truly knows if he is giving her everything that she needs?
True.
But see, this also ties back into, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people need to hear this, men and women. You cannot depend on somebody else for your own happiness.
Exactly. Will Smith said that like 3 years ago on Instagram.
Exactly. Like you cannot do that. Like he said, Jada is responsible for her own happiness.
Yeah.
Like. And if that, like I said, that's you lost yourself at that point because you solely rely on someone else to make you happy. You can't do that.
So she's not mentally happy with her own self.
Exactly.
So it's like for her to even say that, it's like, yo, you in a sense you're out of line because you're not even happy with yourself. So in a sense, you're looking for validation from others.
And because insecurities have set in, this is where it has led to. And she felt comfortable enough to share this, which is why I still appreciate her because at the end of the day, she's still woman.
Jada tried to clean it up.
Yeah, she did. She did.
Jada tried to clean that shit up. I was like, nah, I'm not with it.
I said, nah, that's right here. But I do feel like Steph, I want to say it was a publicity thing. Like, he waited a good minute. Like, if you really felt that way, you would have said something initially, like right after it came out, right
before
in
the playoffs. We don't got time for that.
All right, you got that. But like, you got to it. Cause I mean, like, come on now, if you was in that predicament, if you was a man, like you going to immediately jump in it?
I mean, depends on the circumstances. What's going on in my life?
That's your wife. Like, regardless of the outside world, that is your wife.
Yeah.
That's the woman who bears your children.
Yeah. I'm going to have to say something real quick.
Yeah, like, if it's taking an emotional toll on her.
I would also look at it as, like, almost disrespect in a sense. And what I mean by this is, like, if we ain't never had that conversation behind closed doors, and you out publicly saying that,
then yeah, it's an issue.
It's a fucking issue.
It's an issue.
Like
you need to address whatever's going on here and here before you go out there.
Yeah, it's one thing to be like, I need validation from other men.
That don't even sound right. That don't even.
I want other niggas to compliment me, whatever she said. I'm paraphrasing, but
Yeah.
yeah. To say it behind closed doors, but to go publicly, and it's my first time hearing it.
Yeah, that's a slap in the face.
That's like, yo.
That's a true slap in the face. I understand, and I don't want to sound like a hypocrite or or whatever the case may be, but I understand from an emotional standpoint.
Okay, men aren't that emotional.
They're more logical.
Yeah.
Which is why it's a balance between the two. So yeah, no. That's a whole nother ball game.
Okay, we can talk about that later. So I guess with this whole Ayesha Curry thing, my whole thing about it was I'm like, yo, I really didn't know. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I'm in the middle, but
I'm in the mix too. Like it's
I'm willing to learn in a sense. I'm willing to learn the other side on why. But hey, like I said, yo, for real, if it was the man that said, hey, I know my wife loves me, but I need attention from other women.
First of all, no black women gonna let that happen. That's just not gonna go down. Like, no.
So what? Like, where do we fall in on that? Like, can the gender roles be switched in that same scenario?
Absolutely, it can be. Will the turnouts be different? Absolutely.
I mean, it shouldn't be. Because if I had to be accepting because of what women want, then shouldn't women have to be accept to what a man wants?
You absolutely
it's
right.
It's the same scenario, right?
Equals.
But then again, it's like, can you really say it's equal? Because men, we don't bear children.
Nah. So therefore, an emotional aspect, which is where I was coming from, you're gonna feel completely different.
Yeah. I don't even know how to frame that question now. When I think about it, like as a man, like, like I really don't.
It's like I said, I believe it's a mental thing. Like her mental is probably not where it used to be. Cause it's tolling, yo. You have to. Childbirth is something.
Yeah.
Like that's a whole nother being.
Oh yeah, it's a whole nother mixture of two.
Right. Like, and then you trying to like get yourself back in alignment. That's something.
Yeah. I want kids like, too. That's the thing.
Listen, y'all need to have that talk beforehand.
I'm single, but like.
Hold on, ladies. Hold on.
Hey, I'm on these streets. Well, I ain't hoeing, but nah.
Exactly.
Nah. But nah, I do want to have children. I have the patience.
Okay, well that's good.
The patience and learning. That's why I always say, you got to be teachable.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
You cannot go through this world with a closed mind, because you will repeat toxic cycles.
Oh God. This is another word that's being overused.
Cycles or toxic?
Toxic.
People don't understand the definitions of a lot of words.
Yeah.
So they use them in wrong sentences and they sound kind of retarded.
I agree. But I totally agree. This is going good. Oh, but nah, yeah. So we got Miss Maiya Weston in the building. Hey. Yeah, she's been talking for the last like 30 minutes. We doing the damn thing. I want to say thank you for not bluffing.
Listen, I'm a businesswoman.
There we go.
I respect one's craft, so I appreciate you for having me here.
Yeah, I watched a couple YouTube videos and reached out to a couple people, and then just also kind of was dwelling in my own thoughts about what I want to ask. And Maiya Weston, she's a goddamn real estate agent.
I'm a real estate agent, realtor, however you want to put it. But yes, I buy and sell homes.
Oh, so you be flipping houses. Flip this to that and that to this and flipping crack. Well, not crack.
Listen, I'm a house dealer. And that's how I like to say it. I'm a house dealer. I sling houses.
Okay, you sling houses.
That's my drug.
That's my drug. Well, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. It's cool to share what I do.
Yeah, and one of the reasons why I wanted to act, one of the reasons why I asked for you to be on, because I think house buying is starting to become a thing, but people really don't know how to do it.
It's a process. If you have, I honestly believe you should always have a good team behind you. It's
As a realtor or
just anybody, any
okay,
profession. I mean, like, granted, a lot of people want to do things on their own, but
you
two heads are
can't.
better than two heads are better than one.
Yeah.
Right. So if you're going into this, one, you want to find somebody that you trust. This is a trust building relationship. Like, this is how these relationships are formed and established.
So you
Especially in
talking
real
about
estate.
you as a realtor?
Yes.
Okay,
In real
gotcha. I didn't
estate.
know if you talking about the
No.
house buyer. Got it.
As a buyer, you're coming to me. This is the one of the biggest purchases of your life. You want to make sure the person that you're working with has your best interest at heart.
Yeah.
So therefore, you need to build that relationship. You need to have that rapport with that person. Because I mean, people go to people they don't know all the time. Things happen, whatever the case may be. But for me, I like to be personal with my clients.
Yeah, the longevity.
Exactly. And then next thing you know, boom, from a business aspect, you were so great to that person. They then referred you to someone else, and that's how your business thrives.
Networking.
And networking.
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 So I guess to start off is, why did you even get in the real estate business? Like, what made you spark? What was that spark?
So, I originally was into interior design. I am the designing agent. I went to Community College of Baltimore County for their interior design program. And from there, a guy I was dating, he was just like, you don't have to limit yourself. He was just like, you can design the house, but have you thought about selling them the house as well? And I was just like,
What?
huh? Right. I was just like, what? And it clicked to me, but I didn't think no more of it because I'm a very creative person. So I was
What's the sign?
I'm a Virgo.
Oh, Virgo. What date?
September 16th.
Oh shit! Damn.
Yeah.
August 24th.
Hey.
Got siblings, same B-day.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Virgos are the best sign.
Oh, we are. Damn, that's dope.
So, I was more focused on the design part. Like, I love putting pieces together. Because when you design, it's essentially like a puzzle. You're putting all these pieces together. So, and that's the name of my company. My interior design company is called Elements Interiors. Like, all these different elements, they piece together to make like this beautiful creation.
I didn't see that on Instagram.
Don't pay close attention.
I don't.
But so yeah, so I just feel like it's a piece of art to me. You're putting everything together to create this beautiful space. So, and that being said, I was actually working for the state. I was working for the Department of Health and Mental Hygiene.
Oh, wow.
And it was a cool job, but it was a contractual position, so I was only there for a certain amount of time, and then my contract would be up. So a position then came about for me to kind of like work with them full time. So I went for the interview, wound up not getting the job. Actually turned down working with the Better Business Bureau to stay at this position because they could guarantee me in. So I didn't get the position. So I was just like, fuck, like, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
Like, I need something to do. Like, granted, I had a part-time job, but that wasn't really, that was just like play money. So I was just like, I need something. And I was just like, how about I give this real estate thing a shot? So I went to school with Long and Foster and took the class, passed the class. It was like a Monday through Friday. It was like 2 weeks, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 type thing. I mean, my job was done, so that had then became my job.
Yeah.
And then from there, I took my state exam. I'm not even gonna lie, it was difficult. I failed a couple of times, but eventually, like, I stayed persistent and I kept going for it, and I just kept studying, and I finally passed it.
Do you gotta pay each time?
Yes, you do.
Hey, how much?
$60.
Damn.
$60, and I have to say I took it a good 4 or 5 times. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest, that shit was not easy.
Damn.
60, yes.
Was it like? So each time, did you see yourself getting better?
Yes. So the test is broken down into 2 portions. So you have your state, which is like solely focused on Maryland laws, and then you have your nationals. Damn. So that's 90. So I passed the national, which was 90 questions, but I could not pass state to save my life, and that was like the easiest. It was 30 questions.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it. So I passed one portion. But each time I still had to go take the state, I still had to pay that same $60. Like it didn't decrease. So I was like, listen, I need to pass this because this $60 starting to kick my butt.
Yeah, that was it like back to back when you was taking?
I would try to at least give myself like a week
Uh-huh.
to brush up and kind of like remember what I got wrong and what I got right.
Mm.
So I would try to at least do it like a week in advance. And let me tell you, when I finally passed, I cried. I boohooed like a baby.
Yeah.
It was a movement. It was definitely a movement. Like it was something I was really really focused in, and I developed a passion for.
So, okay, you said something about the test. So you said you had to do a state and then national, right?
Yes, yes.
So, say if you was to move out of Maryland and go to like North Dakota,
Hmm.
would you have to then just take their state and not do the national
Now,
because you already qualified national, right?
yeah, you in that instance, the good thing about Maryland, we have something called reciprocity states. So where like
The
the
what?
yeah, reciprocity states.
Reciprocity.
Yes.
Okay.
So I believe ours is Pennsylvania and Oklahoma. So I could go to either one of those states and just affiliate because our laws are so similar.
Got it.
And I'm pretty much I'm good. I just have to find something what you call as a brokerage. So like your Keller Williams, your Long and Foster's, like your Berkshire Hathaway, like those are brokerages. So all I would have to do is find one of those and affiliate, and I would be straight. Like I'm already licensed.
Damn, I just had a question in my fucking head. Um, damn. I think my question's gonna be lit too.
It's a lot. It's a lot to
It's a
this.
lot.
It's a lot to this, and this is just the realtor aspect of it. I hadn't even got to like the buying and selling aspect. This
Yeah.
is just
So,
this
yeah.
is just getting myself prepared.
Yeah. So the realtor aspect. You said rep.
What?
What's the word?
Realtor?
No, the other word where you could go to PA.
Oh, reciprocity.
Reciprocity. Yeah.
Reciprocity. Like reciprocate.
Okay, that word. Damn, interesting. So, okay, so why? Okay, I got this one. Right. So, Baltimore in the last 12 months, we have lost 7,346 people
Mm.
of our population.
Mm.
So, why stick in Baltimore if we're declining,
In
especially
population.
with our police commissioners being corrupt? Baltimore, well, you Baltimore County, but Baltimore City
Yeah,
mayor.
I'm not city. Nah, pay attention.
Baltimore City,
Mhm.
3 mayors back to back.
Back to back.
So
And you know what's crazy?
yeah,
I saw Sheila Dixon in Starbucks this morning.
what?
Yes.
That's the one that paid with a stolen gift
The
card.
gift cards, yes.
Did she pay with one?
Ah! That was funny. It was just the irony, but no. It's I don't plan to stay here. If you mean in a business aspect,
Yeah.
I don't. I plan to grow.
Gotcha.
My overall goal is to grow, so I don't plan on staying here. But this is home for me, and I do want to see a change in the city. So I'm gonna do as much as I can while I'm here. But I do plan to go elsewhere.
Got it.
I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm always love home, but
Yeah,
I gotta
me
do what's
too.
best for me.
Yeah. I mean, that's the kind of reason why I left. Like you said, kind of do what's best for me, but I don't know. It's just like always seeing all these shootings and
It's tough,
it's tough.
and so many people are affected by it, but people choose to be comfortable.
Yeah, I
People
can't.
chooses their
I
people
can't be
choose their
stagnant.
comfortability. Yeah, no, but hey, you like I said, it's your upbringing.
Yeah.
You didn't have to stay in this situation. Some people choose because they're comfortable.
Yeah, fuck all that. Like, forget all that. I've seen the world. I've seen the country. Well, yeah, the world is bigger
Yeah.
than the goddamn country. But, like, I've seen what other places have to offer. And it's like, don't get me wrong. Like, hey, I do like our shit that we got here. But, like, I don't know. This is very interesting. Like, I guess kind of growing up in the early 90s. Um, it's very interesting, but we're going to pause this real quick. somebody seal broke. So yo, yeah, we back. Hey, I'm telling you for real, one of the rules is once you break the seal, you gotta keep on going. So I don't know how many more breaks we're gonna have in this podcast, but we'll see. But no, we still got Miss, not Miss, we still got Maiya in the building doing the damn thing, real estate.
Don't try to make me older than what
Yeah,
I am.
that's how I was like, nah, I ain't gonna say Miss. Well, Miss is, but
Damn sure ain't no misses.
ugh, it'd be hard out on these streets. Trust me, I
It'd be
know.
hard.
But no, as far as real estate, cause I know you was something about you was naming other like Long and Foster, Kentworth,
Brokerages, yeah.
But I don't know, understand the shit. But do you work solo or as part of a team? It's probably part of a team, right?
I am solo.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
a solo agent. Yeah. So I mean, they have teams. It could be made up from like 2 agents to 6 agents, however, how many. But yeah, so you're either a solo agent, an independent agent, or you're part of a team.
How does that? What's the like a team? Just break that down real quick.
It's but so much I can say because we have the Maryland Code of Ethics.
Oh, okay. I like that. It's like the AKAs. We don't haze.
Yeah. So it's but so much I can
I apologize. I fucked that noise up.
say. Right, they're gonna come after you.
Yeah, they're gonna get me.
But just know with a team, it's a good benefit as far as if you're a new agent, and as far as lead generation is concerned, it's good to team up with experienced agents, versus when you're solo, you thugging it by yourself.
Straight thugging it.
You're straight thugging it by yourself, and
how long you been doing it?
I have been going on 2 years now.
Oh wow, so you
And
kind of
this is-
new.
And this is, but this is being a licensed agent aspect. If you want to talk about real estate in a whole, I've been doing real estate for 4 years.
What?
Yeah.
So you've been doing it illegally for 4 years.
Don't say legally. First of all, I'm always legit. But it's different avenues.
Okay.
So,
Put me on.
I was a leasing specialist.
Gotcha.
So I leased apartments, and you still have to, be fair housing certified. You got to have certain qualifications. So, I mean, in the same aspect, I'm dealing with houses, just on a larger scale. So I've been in real estate for 4 years.
So do you think the avenue you went of leasing apartments, has that helped you more versus
absolutely.
someone that just coming in raw?
I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I'm a big asset.
Hey, toot that shit.
I'm a big asset, okay?
Okay.
So with me having the knowledge of property management for 4 years, I deal with a lot of investors. Baltimore City is being bought up by a lot of investors.
You said we getting gentrified?
You can say gentrification, but Baltimore's a hot market, believe it or not.
Even with the population decline?
But see, you looking at it in that aspect. I'm seeing it from a business point. People reproduce. It's always going to be people. It's always going to be consumers. So.
But what type of consumers though? That's what we gotta look at.
And that's where I guess you could say increases and decreases happening in the housing market, because it's a lot of millennials right now that it's some that are buying homes, and that's kind of why I got into real estate as well. Like, I want our people to own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So with the millennials kind of getting into the wave of buying homes, it's helping the community, because more homeowners, you see less trash, you see more improvements in the community. So that's something I honestly aspire to do with getting into this.
Is that because of like communities of like that deal with, was it HOAs?
Yes, you have a certain standard you have to keep.
Abide by.
Yes, absolutely. Versus, not to shade my rentals, my Section 8 people, I don't know who listening, but it's not held to that same standard. So therefore, your neighborhood is not going to be as intact.
Got it.
All right,
my bad. I know y'all hear this because I hear it in my headphone. It's that Crown Royal Peach with a little
shout out
ginger ale. Damn. Sorry.
Got the ice.
Yeah, God.
Got the ice. Oh.
I didn't mean to do all that.
Oh, well, okay. You done did it.
God. I poured a whole big club of ice. in the cup. But nah, we back. Damn, I can't use that no more. And they got in the book.
Oh.
So, hold on. What are some key factors? No, what advice would you give to first time home buyers?
Ooh. um. God, it's so much I can go on, but
And,
um.
can you incorporate credit scores?
Oh, absolutely. I was just about to touch on that.
Because we don't want a certain credit scores, certain tax brackets. Don't even waste your time.
Yeah. It sucks, but I'm not that type. Like I said, I want to uplift
Of
my
course,
community. So
but you also don't want to. You also have people that try to go above their means.
yes, and be house poor.
Yeah.
Yes, it happens. But as far as what you should do with being a first thing is save. I can't stress this enough. There is something called closing costs. There is something called your deposit. You will need those funds with even if you do get grants.
Mm.
Baltimore City and Baltimore County offer you grants because it's so much vacancy in the city and people aren't owning. They are literally giving you money
Mm.
to obtain these properties. So, in addition to that, have some money saved up. Minimum we could get you a loan is 580, but of course you want to be a little bit, higher up.
580 credit score.
Yes.
Okay.
580 credit score. And another thing a lot of people hear is that you need 10 or 20% down. That's not true. That's not true. With you being first time home buyer, if you're interested, I could go into a little bit more detail as far as like FHA and conventional home loans and VA loans for my military.
Yeah,
Hey,
I really want to go into that too for my military folks.
So it's with VA you don't have to put anything down, which is
nah.
good. Right, y'all good.
Bitch, it's my house.
Right, y'all good. But yeah, you don't have to have that high percent. It's 3.5% down of say you're looking at a house that's y'all don't judge me. I'm not good at math, believe it or not. But 3.5% of whatever, say you see a house that's like 150,000. Have 3.5% of that price.
Got it.
Just save for whatever. Now you can get grants. It'll take your security deposit down, whatever the case may be. But just have some money saved up. Don't go into it blind and no money.
Yeah, that'd be stupid as fuck.
But yeah,
we still got people that do it.
I mean, some people walk away the closing table with credits and don't have to put no money down. But guess what? That's not them 580 people. That's 620, 700 people.
Hey,
so I mean, hey,
my 800 club people at. Hey, we out here, baby. 800 club. Hey, turn up. Shit, once you start putting shit on auto pay,
yeah,
it's easy.
It has its perks. But listen, sometimes I'll be like, don't touch my money. I'll pay you when I'm ready to pay you.
Yeah, it's just like that. You seen that Tesla thing?
No.
It was like, I know we kind of going off topic, but like with Tesla new car, it was saying like if a car part needs a diagnostic to it,
yeah,
it will already pre-order the part.
First of all, I didn't ask you to do that. No.
So I don't know if it will already pre-order it, but it said pre-order. So
well, can I get the car checked out first before you start ordering parts?
A
Wait
sensor
a minute.
or something?
Right.
Like, that's supposed to be the family vacay.
No. And I don't know the maintenance on that bad boy. I don't want to find out.
Yeah, it'd be too much. What was your biggest fear when you started the real estate?
Okay. So before I was a dual career agent. So that's agents who do real estate part time. They're not necessarily in it full time. I mean, yeah, full time. So I was a leasing specialist, and I just I finished up my classes. I passed the exam, and at that point, I was trying to build my business as an independent agent, and then also maintain my 9 to 5. And it got to a point where my 9 to 5 wasn't. I hated it. I hated it, and I've always felt as though I had an entrepreneurial spirit. But with that being said, like I became unhappy. I was miserable. Like I was. It wasn't
You
in a
became
good
like
space.
Ayesha Curry, miserable.
Nah.
I'm
Nah.
playing.
I I was. I want to. I'm not gonna say some beefs, but me and my coworkers no longer got along.
Yeah.
And instead of catching a case and going to jail,
Oh,
I made the decision to walk
catch
away.
a body.
Yes,
Yeah.
because females will test you. But I feel like it was jealousy.
Yeah.
They saw me. They saw my shine. So um, I quit. I quit.
Walked
I
away.
up and did. I quit. And I'm a very religious person, so with me quitting and pursuing real estate full time, I knew I had no choice but to put all my faith into the Almighty.
Walk by faith, not by sight.
Absolutely. And I can honestly say, like, I have been successful. It was scary at first
Mm-hmm.
because I had no idea. I was just like, yo, how am I going to pay my bills? Like, how am I going to do this? Like, I can't believe
you
I
put
just.
yourself in
I
the
put
trenches.
in a pick. Yes, in a pickle.
Crazy part is Virgos, we love to do that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I would put myself in the most craziest position, wind up losing like half of the people around me,
Yeah.
and then still come out on top.
And still come out on top. Like, it was a relief in a sense because it's just like, yo, like I can do this. Like,
Yeah.
and it's something that I'm so passionate about. So I wake up every day and I just grind. Like I can honestly say I love what I do.
We love to hustle.
Yeah, I love to hustle. Like I don't have to be there at a certain time. I can leave whenever I want. Like I'm flexible. Like and there's no cap on my money. I'm not letting somebody else tell me how much money I can make. You're not gonna tell me my valuable time is worth $10 or $11, $12 an hour. Nah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let you limit me. So in this business it's limitless. And that's the best part I love about it.
Mm. So I was gonna ask you, well, cause we talk. I don't know, cause I limited your how many years you was doing this. So you been in for 4 years, right?
Yeah.
Damn. Hold on. Because my question was before I known this, I was like, after being in the profession for a year, would you consider yourself becoming a real estate broker? But
That's a good question. So you know about being a broker?
fuck no. That's why we doing this podcast.
All right, so pretty much with being a broker, you like
Is that like big dog
yeah,
status?
you the boss hog at that point.
Oh shit.
So you oversee everything. Every transaction has to go through you. Everything needs your stamp of approval. Like shit don't move unless you say so.
Mm.
So, but see with that
It's
comes
almost like
great.
selling drugs.
Yeah, like a kingpin.
Mm-hmm.
But see with that comes great responsibility. Absolutely. So to be a broker, you have to have, and I don't know if this is crossing my code of ethics, but you have to have like your place of business. So you have to have the actual
Building.
place of business. You don't have to have a building. You can have an office suite or like a co-sharing space. You have to have address. You have to have insurance for your agents just in case, like, these are people dealing with people. So if something, goes awry, fuck up, and someone wants to sue, they can go to our real estate commission and set us up. And then they have to go through our broker because you signed off on whatever's happening here. So we're going to come straight to you before we go to the agent. So you got to have insurance for instances that happen like that. So it's a lot that comes with being a broker. I mean, granted, I don't want to make everything about money, but it's a lot of you getting a piece of everybody that's under you.
So it's like pyramid scheme. I'm playing.
Listen, life is a pyramid scheme.
Yeah, it
life
is.
is a pyramid scheme.
Yeah,
People's 9 to 5 is a pyramid scheme.
Exactly.
I'm not trying to hear that.
It is.
So, yeah.
So would you see yourself becoming one at the end of the day? Becoming the head of the pyramid scheme? But not becoming a broker for real?
To be honest, I haven't given it that much thought. Because that's not my true focus. My true focus is being an investor.
Investor in what?
In real estate.
Oh.
A real estate investor.
Oh, got it.
Which is cool because I'm in it as an agent right now, so I know all the tools. I'm learning so much. So when I do become an investor, I'm gonna be unstoppable.
Mm.
Like, I'm learning so much, and by me working with investors and for investors, when I become one, it's gonna be a piece of cake. It's gonna be no path that I haven't
Yeah.
crossed. So I do plan up to buy. I do plan to rent. I do plan to educate.
Yeah.
So those are my main things that now that I'm in this business and I see how powerful it is, I want my people to understand that you can obtain this too.
Got you. Cause I know I got a couple people that's in real estate, like
Hmm.
Hawaii, uh, Minnesota,
Okay.
I think, and PA,
Listen, shout out reciprocity state.
uh, Maryland.
So shout out to my realtors.
Um,
We
there's a
growing.
couple. I mean, of course I keep them close by because I'm like, yo, I get to retire at 38,
That's
39.
dope. That's
So
dope.
I'm like, hey, put me on real quick. Hey, make sure I ain't getting swindled or nothing like that. So
Right, and it's good. It's you have a barber, you have a nail technician, you need a realtor.
exactly.
Yes.
Especially like, cause I know somebody like a luxury real estate agent.
Those I plan to, I want to get up there. I want to touch that. That's the $1 million property.
Ooh.
Woo.
So it's like I always kind of, like I said, be teachable.
Yeah.
So it's like, shit, I don't want to know everything. Hey, let that person know everything about that particular subject. So when I come and ask, like, yo, put me on,
You have
then
that
we
resource.
go from there. Network.
Network.
There's no point of knowing the ins and out of every subject in life.
But it's just a person you trust. Like I said, this isn't a business, like a personal relationship. You want to be able to trust who you working with.
Exactly.
So yeah,
Keyword
absolutely.
trust. So, I think this might be. What are challenges? What are the challenges of being a realtor?
It's a lot of us. One.
Have you ever had a client stolen from you?
Oh, nah.
Oh,
Nah. What? No.
can that happen?
No. Because I mean, a client can exit out of a contract, you could say. So as long as you provide me with written day notice that you are no longer satisfied with my services, you can write me a letter or send me an email stating that I greatly appreciate your work. However, I would like to terminate this contract. And if they sign with someone else, they sign with someone else.
Mm.
But me personally, I haven't happened today. Because by me being in the industry for so long, I have amazing customer service. I provide all my clients with a high quality of service.
Uh-huh.
So no, that has not happened to me.
Is it a male dominant industry?
No.
Oh, it's a female dominant
Female
industry.
dominant. And it's crazy because I was just we get realtor magazines sent to us monthly.
Mm-hmm.
And I should have bought it. That would have been perfect. But 67% women in this industry.
African American or
Not African American, but just women.
okay.
If I'm not mistaken, I want to say because they had it broken down like dual career agents, like full time agents, women, men, like households. Like they literally had it broken down to your household. If I'm not mistaken, I want to say 80%, 87 of women are in this business.
Damn.
It's a lot.
Y'all popping.
It's
Popping.
a lot of us in here. It's a lot, and it's good to. I don't want to say dominate, but we dominate.
Fuck, I don't care. I'm gonna ask anyway. And it's not to be like, oh, you got to use this, but do you think that certain women flirt to close certain contracts?
My sister always told me to work my pretty. Okay? She has always told me to work my pretty. Now, predominantly, I do have a high male-based clientele.
You are attractive, so I can see.
So, but I just like any relationship, I'm upfront.
Mm-hmm.
I'm direct, and I'm about my business. So none of that funny stuff goes down. I need paperwork signed, and then we can begin to work as partners.
Mm.
So I set the tone off the bat because I'm not to toot my horn again, but I'm not dumb. I'm very smart. So, and I have a brother. I have brothers. I have cousins. I know games. I know tricks. You're not gonna swindle me.
There we go. Swindle for some pussy.
You gonna buy this house? We gonna get this deal done? Sure, absolutely. I'm all for it.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Absolutely.
There we
And
go.
I even have male clientele who are in relationships and they bring their wives and their girlfriends to every meeting.
Mm-hmm.
And I respect that. And I talk to both of them equally and I give them both equal eye contact.
Oh, eye contact is very real because when I said earlier, the kiki and hi with the other bitches. Not to call you one, but you get what I'm saying. How many clients do you represent at one time?
For my mental, for my mental health and sanity, I try not to exceed 4 to 6.
Damn. I mean, I don't know.
In the aspect, but that's it. Now I've asked.
Is that very needy?
Yes, these people are needy. Now investors, no, because investors they'll buy it, hold it, flip it, whatever. It's not as emotional. If you are looking for a home that you plan to stay in for the next 3 to 5 years, you are going to be very picky about what you want.
Of course.
So that is very time consuming. Yes. But as far as, and that's another thing why it's cool to work with investors because it moves fast. Mm-hmm. It moves so fast. I have a client, because I put myself on Zillow. Everybody knows Zillow. I put myself as a premier agent on Zillow. And I found a client who lives in Florida. And he called me. He was just like, I need your help. I seen you on Zillow. I seen this house. I like to buy 5 to 6 properties a month. Can you help me?
In Maryland?
Yes.
Damn.
Yes. And we have been working with each other since February.
And it's May.
It's May.
And he just been buying?
Buying. I submitted one this morning.
Yeah, because I was like, yo, you saw new houses? He's like, not close contracts.
Yeah, I feel like I've spent time perfecting my craft.
Yeah.
If I'm going to take on this many clients, I need to be effective and efficient. So what used to take me 30 minutes to an hour to write a contract now takes me to 15 to 20.
Because of the perfection. You got to put
your
10,000 hours in.
Exactly.
I think it's 10,000. I want to say it's 10,000 hours.
10,000 hours for what?
To perfect the craft.
Oh, yeah. That is true. That is very true.
Yeah.
So, yes, it comes with the territory.
What's like the weirdest like request you ever had from like
Nothing too crazy.
Something like nothing too crazy.
I mean, nothing too crazy. It's like what? Give me an example.
Has a client ever been like, yo, how many sex offenders in that area?
Okay, no. And even if you was to ask me that question, I couldn't answer it anyway. That's part of my code of ethics.
You couldn't answer it on this podcast, or you can't answer it in general?
In general.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. I cannot tell you that. The best advice I can give you is to check your local sex offenders list.
Damn.
I cannot do that because that then changes your judgment and your perception of the home and the neighborhood.
Well,
and I'm
it does because I got kids.
Absolutely, but I can't give you that.
Damn.
I can't tell you if somebody died in the house. I can't tell you if someone had HIV. It's certain things I cannot disclose.
Damn.
You have to do that research for yourself.
It's not. I never knew that.
See, it's a lot. It's a lot to both parts of this.
Yeah.
And me being an independent agent, I have to constantly keep myself in check because it'll be easy for me to get caught up and get in trouble.
Yeah.
So it's certain things like you have to keep. It's not hard. It's not easy. It's definitely not easy.
Because it's just so much.
It's so much.
Rules and regulations to remember.
Yes, that's why I didn't make sure you go through hell and high water before you pass that exam.
Damn. I would kind of feel some type of way in a sense, though.
I mean,
if I'm like, well, this is if I'm moving into like a school district, a certain school district or whatnot, like
I can't tell you
that I want my child to go to. And my goddamn alarms is going off. But nah, if it's a certain school district I want my child to go to, and I'm like, okay, cool, this neighborhood seems right. And I'm like, well, how many sex offenders out here? Oh, I can't tell you that. I'm like, what?
I'm not gonna say it that way.
I know you're gonna finesse it a certain way and probably lead me to the right direction, but right. I'm like,
I I have to.
Understandable.
I just gotta. All I can do is point you in the right direction.
Understandable to an extent.
It's just like certain companies, like health, food, beauty products. You know how like in commercials they'll put stuff in really really small writing.
Yeah.
Cause it's like it's but so much. I'm still gonna want you to buy my product or use my service, but
Hey,
I'm gonna
you
give
might
it
get
to
a
you.
little keloid behind
Right,
your
you
ear.
may.
That's a hit or miss.
Yeah. So it's just like my business moves the same way.
Got it. Pros/cons of buying property at property tax sale.
So
Is that code of ethics or no?
no, it's not code of
All right.
ethics. It's
Do pros first.
pros of a tax sale.
Yeah.
So you could be getting it at a really good rate. 9 times out of 10 is going to be some defects with the property or liens. So title companies they pull, check to see if there's any liens against the property. Like, did you pay any water bill? Like, did you have missed water bill payments? Did you miss taxes on like back taxes that's being owed, or the bank holds the property and the bank is ready to sell it. So, I mean, it has its pros and its cons. It's just it's a complex subject. I can say
Yeah.
it's a complex subject. I mean, it's rare, but bank-owned properties it's more of the thing right now.
Is that because of when they was selling houses back in the day with crazy ass prices?
Yeah, and a lot of properties.
People couldn't afford it.
Yeah, so they went into foreclosure.
Yeah.
And so therefore the banks repossessed a lot of these people's homes. So at this point, like they're auctioning them off $5,000, $10,000, like.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit easier for a bank-owned property, I can say. If you want to say for obtaining purposes, yes.
Mm. Is it easier to manage your own rental property or pay property management company to do all the work?
This is a good question because I have been on both ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
I'm going to say if you can do it, by all means, go ahead and do it.
Of paying it yourself? I mean, of doing it yourself?
Like I said, like if you have the knowledge that I have, like I said, I've been in this for about 4 years. It's easy once you get the grasp of it. If you're someone who's coming into it with no knowledge whatsoever, I would highly recommend that you hire a professional to do it. So I mean, if you got it, go ahead and work it. If you need the assistance, go ahead. Either way, you're benefiting.
The benefits, dog. Oh, my next question. Your experience with leasing property/land to a company for an extensive period time, we'll just say 10 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
What rights does the owner of the land still have while company is still leasing?
So there is something called ground rent.
Ground rent?
Ground rent, yes.
What the fuck is that?
So, say your house right here. The house, it's called an improvement. It's been improved for the land that it's on.
Yeah.
However,
So like I built a gate or something like that?
yeah, you built this structure, this house, this property.
Got it.
So, however, the ground that you built this on belongs to somebody else. So, depending on the price of it, if you were to buy this property and it had ground rent, you would pay for your property, but you would also pay money to the person who owns the land that your house is on.
Damn.
Yes. Now, you can buy out of it. So say, because this probably was owned by someone that's like 100 plus years old. Then people could be dead, long and gone.
Goddamn slave owners. And
Right,
shit.
some shit like that. So, you can buy it out, and that way you own the improvement and the land, or you can just continue to pay your ground rent. So, that's an option, but say you don't have ground rent, that is you own the property and the land in fee simple. So you own everything.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I own it all, bitch.
So that is that's it's like the two parts to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but normally it's either $96 a year or $48 a year.
That
So
ain't
it's
bad.
not bad, no. But like I said, I recommend to any of my clients, if you do buy a property that has ground rent, just buy it out. You own in land, like you can't beat that.
Yeah.
They can't seize that from you.
Oh, they can.
Cause say you default on a mortgage payment,
Hmm.
they could then take your whole house. Yeah, it's on someone else's property. They can do that. They legally they can do that.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Speaking of taking land, so I may have this whole damn verbiage all messed up, right?
Come on.
So, so my homeboy, his girl, got his parents owned. They own a house in NY. Would you say it's Maryland, right?
Okay.
But next door is a nursing home.
Okay.
So nursing home was like, yo, we want to buy your house
Mhm.
for $1 million,
Mm.
for a mill, straight mill. We want to
Okay.
buy your crib. Father holding out, father holding out, father holding out. So
Mhm.
they was like, nah, forget that. We just we wanna buy the airspace.
Okay.
So father's still holding on it, still holding on to that. But then I guess he looked up. I forgot the term for it, to where it's like, where if they get the government involved or whatnot, and the government feel as though it's crucial to that establishment, to the nursing home, they could just fuck around and take the house.
Mhm.
Intimate domain.
Eminent domain is a little bit different because that's government only.
Okay, because
So
the nursing home is a non-profit organization.
okay, so that's something different.
Yeah. Okay.
Eminent domain. So like, let's use my old neighborhood for example. I used to live. You know where University of Baltimore is downtown.
Yeah.
Like Sandtown, Winchester, that area.
Hmm.
University of Maryland was kind of buying up those houses and
Like John Hopkins
yeah,
is
just
right
like
now.
how John Hopkins is doing, but like Broadway, East Baltimore. So they can pretty much come in and take it. Like, we offer you this amount of money, you accept it. We taking your property, we seizing it, we now own it, and you've accepted the funds. So, which is it sucks because they're probably giving you way less money than what your house is worth.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, a lot of homeowners, they will sit and hold their house because they know their property value is going to be going up. So therefore, if whatever's going up around you, yours is going to go up by default.
Yeah.
Versus they giving you, oh, we giving you $10,000, $20,000 for your house, and you go. In the next like 5 to 7 years, the house gonna probably be worth like 150,000.
Yeah. And so with that being said, because he was like, yo, do a partnership with them. Do a partnership. Is that?
Partnership with the government?
Yeah. I don't think that's.
I don't
Or
think that's
maybe
the
the
thing.
nursing home.
Maybe. I mean, they could work something out with you, but that don't sound
Yeah.
too
Too
calming.
legit.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah. So I was like, I don't think it sounds good on paper. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know because, like I said, they just wanting to buy the airspace, so they already 4 levels right now. So I'm like, okay,
Now, see, buying the airspace just essentially means like, all right, you own the air rights to this property, so therefore, if you wanted to build on it or make any attachments, you could not exceed the height of feet where your home is at already, because that then belongs to somebody else.
yeah.
So that's essentially what that means.
But could you be like, well, if y'all buy the airspace, then I want 5,000 a month or 5,000 every 3 months, some shit like that. You can.
You can. You can charge for that.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I would do. Because I was like, yo, if you look at it realistically, you got more employees coming. You got more elderly
True.
coming in the building. You may have more like police around there because, like, yo, somebody got dementia, they running off.
Yeah.
Like they in your window jacking off or some shit like that. Then like, what do you want to do? Like, it just kind of presents more problems in a sense.
That's true.
So it's like, yo, don't take the mill.
Yeah, no. And what a lot of investors are doing in Baltimore City is buy and hold.
Mm.
So some of these boarded up houses you think that are abandoned or vacant, investors are just buying them and holding them until the value in that area goes up.
It was at one point in time. Maybe you could explain this.
I'm gonna try.
They were selling houses for like row houses for $1.
$1. Yeah, that was a program that they had a while ago.
Yeah, me and my ex, we were kind of looking into it. We kind of just kind of fell off. I don't
I
understand.
haven't heard too much about it. Because I don't think the bill or the law got passed, but they did have it at one point. Like I said, vacancy in Baltimore City, home ownership in Baltimore City is so high, so that they are willing to sell homes literally for $1. It's just a trade of a contract, but to have some legal tender on it, it's $1.
So I'm just a legal tender, but I incorporate all the bullshit and problems.
Yes,
comes
that
with
is
it.
true. Baltimore City has horrible plumbing that hasn't been fixed in ages. I mean, progressively when things happen, yes, it'll get fixed, but no. Baltimore City has horrible plumbing, so those are problems that you inherit. Foundation problems you're gonna inherit. Like, you're gonna need new everything.
Yeah, so some shit you may buy a house.
You're buying a shell. Honestly, that's what it's called. It's a shell.
Oh shit.
So, I mean, they have shells now for like $5,000 that people buy. You're literally building a brand new house because you're gonna need new everything.
Yeah. Damn, that sucks big time. So I was like, yeah, I got this house for $1.
Yeah, exactly. You get what you pay for.
And then after that, it's like, yo, you could do everything that's good, but if you needed the house next door to do the plumbing,
Yeah,
that fuck up everything.
everything. Yeah. From the city, that's the like, I don't know if you know how pipes run, but the front of your street, that's city. And then each house has like your incoming drain, and then going out towards your back, your alley, that's like your sewage, your pipes flushing out, and that's going into like the back part. So it's the whole plumbing system underneath the city. It has some
It's
issues.
fucked up. So I was like, hey, I ain't buying this damn house for $1 unless you fucking fix this plumbing first. So they like, if they know the plumbing is so jacked up, are they expecting people to? What are they expecting people to do?
I mean, people, they make their 311 calls, but, and this is another thing with being a homeowner, if those plumbing issues are on your side, you're gonna have to handle it. So that's why you have these companies like Linda Plumber and Roto-Rooter. Because, for an example, like my father's house, he had a pipe that was cracked in the front, and we thought it was the city side, but no, in actuality, it was outside. $5,000 to dig up the front yard, get the pipe replaced, and then put that back.
Damn.
$5,000 for a cracked pipe.
That's fucking crazy. That shit is ridiculous.
It's
yo.
expensive.
All for $1.
For $1.
I don't know. The reason why I'm saying $1 like that because it's this video on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, I got Snickerses, I got Twixes for $1. Hold on, I gotta put it on the book real quick. I gotta bring it up.
Okay.
Hold up. Where's it at? It's raining out, huh?
It is. Terribly.
So you got what? Twix is this, Milky Ways is this, and Snicker bars is this. Twix is this, Milky Ways is this, and Snicker bars is this. And how much it
I got Twixes.
And here in Baltimore?
Yeah, yo.
How did you send me that?
I'll send it to you. I got Twixes, Snickerses
For
for
$1.
Yeah, that always stuck with me. I don't know why. That's my last question is, what is escrow and how does it work? Is it better to rent, to own, or just buy a home? Did we kind of discuss that earlier?
I mean, now when you're talking about escrow,
What is it? I don't even know.
so say you are a renter. Let's use an example. So say you are a renter and you have a landlord that's not making repairs to your home.
Yeah.
What you can do is, instead of paying your money to them, you put your money in an escrow account with the courts, meaning that's still keeping you up to date on your rental payments, so you don't get behind. You know, once you get behind, late fees and stuff.
Accumulate.
Yeah, so to avoid those additional fees and costs, you put the money that's already owed to your landlord in an escrow account that's being held by the courts. But in the same sense, you are then starting a case against your landlord because he's neglecting to take care of your property. So therefore, you're having, water leaks. You're having, bad roofing issues, plumbing, electrical, whatever the case may be. Anything that makes your home inhabitable and a hazard to you and your family that they are legally supposed to take care of because this is their property, you pretty much take your rent money and you put it in the escrow.
And it's like protected.
Protection, yeah. Like, granted, you still holding up your end of the bargain because you are in a lease agreement. You signed to pay this rent every month between the 1st and the 5th. So you're holding up your obligation to make sure that you are in good standing, but you're also coming after the person who's, failing to take care of your home. So it's just like it's a protection account with you in the courts while, you and your landlord battling it out in court.
So the question was, does it... Well, he said, how does it work? Then he said, is it better to rent or own or just buy?
Come on now, I'm a real estate agent. You gonna ask me that question?
Hey, buy that shit out, huh?
Right, you gonna ask me that question?
There was somebody that wanted to know. So
I'm empowerment. I'm all for empowerment of my people. I want us to own. We don't own.
It's one thing to own, but it's also one thing to educate.
And that's why I'm here.
And I think that's why we kind of fell off is... We want to say community is within the African American community because it's like, yo, we're so quick to be like, yo, own, but also
maintain.
Yes, maintain, man. That you hit it right on the fucking nail. Like, yo, you have to maintain, and like that's why I really don't like people that kind of frown on like education.
Yeah,
because
that's ignorant.
It's very ignorant. Like, I understand college isn't for everybody. At the end of the day, it's not. Like, it's not. But
I didn't go.
Huh?
I didn't go.
I
mean, I went for a certificate program, but as far as like the 4 year, no, I didn't do that.
I went for I did online schooling. Okay. I cheated, but still, it's neither here nor there.
Nigga, you made it.
Yeah, nigga, I made it. But at the end of the day, it's like, yo, I would never tell my children, or tell anybody else, like, yo, fuck college, you gonna waste all this money, blase. Like, yo, no.
I would never take someone's opportunities away from them.
No, because it's like, yo, at the end of the day, it's not waking up and going to class every day. It's the experiences. It's waking up and passing by somebody. It's waking up, passing by somebody and having a conversation during lunch and building that network of people.
Right.
So, like, that's why, like, people that kind of frown college, like,
I'm not gonna knock it.
Yeah, don't knock it. And, like, yeah, entrepreneurship is the way right now.
But I don't knock my 9-to-5ers neither. Yeah. I was a 9-to-5er, like, I know.
See, I'm military.
Yeah.
So it's like, yo, what? Like, what's up? But I don't know. It's just
everybody has a different path.
Yeah, and like everybody's not planning to be a boss.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
And I don't. Everybody's a boss in their own way, though. Like, you can't just because you're not an entrepreneur doesn't mean you're a boss. Yeah. Like,
see, I'm real strict on entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Like, with me, it's like, yeah, I have this podcast. Yeah, I have a little self.
Hey, don't lure nothing. Don't ever downplay your business.
That's the Virgo in me sometimes, because it's like what I'm about to say is like, yo, for real, if this hobby is not providing a lifestyle that could pay all my bills, it's just a hobby for me.
True.
That's how I see it. Like, that's how I say it. I'm not knocking anybody else. Like, yeah, you may be doing some other shit on the side, consider yourself an entrepreneur, but for me, if it can't pay all my bills and I can still go on vacation, it's still a hobby.
Yeah.
Like,
I respect it.
It's like, I never put entrepreneur in my bio. I just say I do a podcast. And the podcast is for the free.
It's for the free. Hey, see, and you bring people like me and other bring just other views to life, bringing other avenues to life, like making people more aware. So you're more powerful than you think you are.
Yeah, I agree, because with me, with podcasting, it's like I never looked at it as money.
Yeah, and that's good.
Because it's like, I don't want it to kind of sway my thought process. Because it is unpredictable. So so it's like, I made, not for you, but like for somebody else. Like, if a question arises and I can see an avenue, like, I'm going to ask them hard ass questions. Like
Good.
when you suck a dick behind the steps or some shit like that.
Oh.
like I don't know. Like it just may come about. So it's like it's not for money. It's just for opportunities for networking because manners get you what money won't.
Absolutely. I
So-
love that. I love that. I love that.
So it's just like, I don't know. For people, when I come across people that's just like strictly for money, I kind of stray away from because I'm like, I already see your message is that your message isn't genuine.
It's not right. You have another motive, and me personally, I feel like in this life, it's not about us. It's beyond us.
Yo, when you realize what life is truly being a servant to somebody else.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, no matter, like, I'm one of those people, believe it, I say I don't like people all the time. But guess what? My day-to-day, all I do is with people.
Yeah.
I can say I hate people all day long. I'm not a people person, whatever the case may be. But your job, whatever you do, you have to deal with people.
Exactly.
You work at McDonald's, you have to deal with people. If you're a lawyer, you have to deal with people. No matter what, your life is based off of helping someone else's life.
Yeah, that's why I don't understand people that go into the aspect of like they're not a people person.
Yeah.
Or they can't trust people. That's what it is. The people that are like, well, I can't trust people. I'm like, nigga, you gotta trust people every day. You gotta trust people. You gotta trust your goddamn Verizon bill. We could break that down. You gotta trust people when you go eat out. You gotta trust your banks.
Yeah.
You gotta trust your goddamn. If you rent a place or you own your own place, you gotta trust people.
That's
And that's to the extreme.
that is an extreme. God knows, like, I don't trust people as far as I can throw them.
Yeah.
But I know how to deal with them. I know how to
Exactly.
work with them. I know how to handle them.
Exactly.
That's a different mindset.
That's that Virgo mindset.
Hey.
Hey, turn out for the one time.
Turn out one time.
But yeah, like you said, it's just like just trusting them to an extent. I'm gonna trust you to do your job, and that's it. I don't want nothing else from it.
That's why we go to the people who we go to. Because they have that known reputation for doing what they do. Like if you was to buy a house, you know a few people in this industry.
And I know you now.
And now you know me, so guess what? If somebody need a house, guess who you gonna call?
I'm put you on.
Hey now.
And that's the thing, and that's what I've been doing, and and people don't realize is like I never realized it till right before I left Albany, Albany, Georgia. It was a FedEx guy, and he was like, "Yo, you know so many fucking people," and I was like, "Yeah," because one thing my grandfather taught me, he was like, "Yo, all you gotta do is just say hello to somebody.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
Walking past, hey, how you doing? Keep it pushing, and that can really lighten someone's day up.
Absolutely.
And that's all I do. Hey, how you doing? Keep it pushing. And if they want to talk, they want to talk. But if not, not. But he was like, yo, the guy from FedEx, he's like, yo, you know so many people. He's like, yo, for real, you should start intertwining those people. And I've done it in the past, but it never like really was never really brought to light for me.
Right.
Until he said something. And I was like, oh, shit. Because, like, yo, I got people on my Facebook. Somebody's like, yo, I need to travel somewhere. Mind you, I travel
You're a resource.
crazy. But, like, if somebody need a legit travel agent, hey, hit up my homegirl Rihanna.
Hey.
She got you. Hey, I need a hairstylist in Albany. Hey, hit up my homegirl Melissa.
Right. You know somebody that knows somebody.
I need my lashes, nails done. Hit up her. Like, yo, why not?
Right? You know somebody that knows
I know
somebody.
I need a barber. Hey, hit up my homeboy GB.
Yep.
So it's like,
You're a good referral service.
yeah, I am.
That's a business.
It is.
That's a business.
Start charging y'all niggas.
Right. We ain't doing. Hey, this shit ain't for free.
Yeah, but nah, it's just like, yo, just being that. It's not like I want to be the guy that know, like, yo, I know him, I know her, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to be known for that. I just want to
Right.
genuine business. Like, yo, if you actually need some help for some shit.
I got you.
Yeah. I really want to try to build a Black Wall Street. Another one.
Have you heard of Jay Morrison? Follow Jay Morrison. Jay Morrison is the Black Wall Street.
What's his location?
He is in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Crazy, because that's where It popped off.
Yes.
Cause it was 2 Black Wall Streets, right?
Yep.
Oklahoma and then one in North Carolina.
So he has this fund, the Tulsa Real Estate Fund, and they are rebuilding Black Wall Street. It's powerful. Follow his Instagram. Him and his wife, they do amazing things. They do like little pop-ups. They actually had one here in Baltimore.
Oh shit!
But I think it was raining. Because it's called corner pop-up. So they like pop up on like, I think theirs was going to be like Green Mountain 33rd.
Oh God.
Something like that. Something like that.
Yeah.
But it rained or something happened with whatever. And they then held it at a hotel. Like BWI, something like that.
Oh, hold up. I think I follow.
You may.
I may have reached out to him before.
His name is Jay Morrison.
Hold up.
And people are buying shares into this at $500 for 10 shares.
Oh shit! I'll buy that shit.
Hell yeah. To
Yeah.
invest in black real estate, Wall Street,
Why not?
absolutely. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah, I would definitely get into that. Hold on, that's on my podcast page. I apologize, y'all. We really just having a conversation about life. Like, I don't know where this is going. We kind of wrapped up her whole real estate shindig. I mean, we could still keep on going about it, but I just like the flow of this right now.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm gonna keep it going. I don't get this energy a lot. Hold on, following. It's the night brunch, Big G.
Yes, night brunch.
What you know about that?
Listen, I've been planning to go. I know it was one this Wednesday, but I didn't get to go. But I plan to go to the night brunch. They be popping.
Yeah, a lot of young black professionals.
Absolutely, my type of scene.
Exactly. I wanted to go to one like maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's probably on a Wednesday. It was this one they did all you could eat.
Yes.
Or it was all you could drink.
Listen,
I
I'm
said,
for it.
oh.
I'm for it.
But then that's when I guess the head server wound up like hurting his leg or some shit. So
Damn.
they wound up changing locations. Okay, Black Wall Street, Charm City.
Nah.
Okay, this is the page I follow. I'll let you check that out.
Okay, so no, this is something else. So you just put me on.
Okay, hey, exchanging knowledge, exchange information.
Absolutely. But no, let me show you. I'm going to pull it up here. Oh, you got Verizon. You got money.
Nah, I don't. It's Mom Dukes.
I'm Sprint game over here.
Shout out to Mom Dukes for them discounts.
Let's see.
Hold on. One question.
Sure.
Did I ask you this? What are some key factors in transitioning from residential real estate agent to a commercial/luxury real estate agent?
Okay, so I'm going to touch on commercial a tad because I have not officially done a commercial transaction. But as far as real estate is concerned, switching from, residential to luxury, it's a larger scale home.
Got
and
it.
It's a higher price point. That's all.
Oh.
That's honestly
Just
it.
gotta be about your game.
Yeah.
They carrying more money.
I mean, it's
That's
a different right. It's a higher clientele. Granted, the commission's a lot better.
Ooh.
But
more research, right?
yeah. And I can only imagine if the clientele that I'm dealing with now are very picky and peculiar about the homes. Imagine a millionaire.
Oh yeah. They
God,
want certain shit.
what?
Like
I
gate
want
got
5
big.
bedrooms.
Yeah.
I want a jacuzzi, a pool. Like, God, that's... But it's... If you have the passion for it, if you have the drive for it, you'll get it done whatever league you in, whatever lane you in.
Yeah.
You gonna do it. So, that's where I aspire to be. I aspire a lot, honestly. But
Same.
that's... It's all the same. That's all I can really say.
Yeah.
You still writing the same contracts at the end of the day. You still running the same title work, running the same, larger numbers, but you still running numbers at the same day. So it's just a higher price point.
Yeah, got it. Okay.
And a name. Everything sound good with a name.
Exactly.
This is luxury.
It's raining like hell outside.
It is horrible outside.
I think I did all the questions I need to ask. Yeah, escrow. I mean, we can still vibe out and chat
Of course.
if need be.
Because I'm going to have to wait this rain out a minute.
Exactly.
I think I might need Noah and the Ark for a minute.
It said no in the art.
It is raining cats and dogs outside.
But now, so you said earlier, yeah, Baltimore is kind of like your startup in a sense. Oh, you feeling it, huh?
Hell yeah.
But Baltimore is kind of like your startup. So what do you plan on, where do you plan on moving to?
Georgia?
Atlanta?
And it sounds so cliche, but yes, they having a bomb ass housing market. Like for the price point that you pay up here and the square footage that you get up here does not compare to what you get down there. You get so much more house for half of what we pay up here. I'm not even gonna say half. I ain't gonna slight them like that, but significantly less than what we pay up here.
Like that, like your verbiage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like significantly less. Like, and me, I was born and raised in the city, but like I currently live in the county, so I kind of like the best of both worlds. So I want to be like 20 minutes away from the city, but yet I still got my acres.
Yeah.
I want land. You can't get that up here.
But are you willing to deal with that traffic? Traffic Smafford.
Yeah. I'm gonna get the way I'm going regardless.
Yeah.
So that really doesn't bother me.
Land traffic is crazy.
I haven't experienced it, so I can't say.
I fucking hate it. I used to hate. That's why I'm so particular about leaving. Like, if I know the destination we're going to, I'm so particular. Yeah, particular about leaving at a certain time because I know that anytime after that,
it's a dead mission.
it's a dead mission. Like, for real. Like, people be like if I had to go back from here, from Baltimore to Albany, Georgia, I'm not leaving 3 in the morning.
I mean, yeah.
They're like, why?
If I'm doing a
That's
road
so
trip, I'm
crazy.
leaving.
I'm like, oh, trust me, you gonna wanna leave around that time, especially like I gotta deal with DC and Virginia traffic.
That traffic is that's a whole nother beast.
Once you deal with that traffic, I'm telling you, dealing with Atlanta traffic.
No, you know what's bad? New York traffic.
I always say the train, so I really can't say.
And that's why. God, I did that one time. I was just like, I will never do this again.
Drove up there, all them tolls, right?
Yes, all them tolls, and then all them damn. Who let me drive in New York? First of all,
Hey, I was about to say who.
the way my road rage is set up. Oh my gosh, I am the worst. I have the worst road rage, but it's just congested. It's a lot.
It is, especially depending on what part you went to.
Yeah. Oh, where's my family? Him said, but we went into like the city.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a while ago.
Baltimore bound, baby, all day.
No.
We got new zip area code.
240.
No, that's old. It's
What
start
you
with a
said?
6.
Area code?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's 667.
676.
6. No, hold on. I got it on my Google Voice. I think it is. It's 667.
Why is that?
I don't know.
You've been here longer than me, so.
I know we got the 443, we got the 410, we got the
301.
301, the 240, and then we got the 667. I like 667 though.
That's like down south. It's like
It's
Macon.
so random, right? It's so
like
different.
Macon.
I use that number. I got 2 numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I use that number. That's my investor hotline.
Oh, she said my investor hotline.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not one of them people. I can't have 2 phones. I can barely keep up with 1 phone.
Ooh.
Yes. So me having 2 phones is a dead mission. So I'll just have 2 numbers, and we'll work it that way.
Yeah. Makes sense. Let me close this out real quick. We could chat up. Hold on. What was I talking about?
Traffic.
Oh, traffic. I'm looking for my chapstick.
No.
But nah, I want to say thank y'all for listening to another episode of Unpredictable Thoughts Podcast. I want to say I do apologize for the late podcastness. But I ain't gonna lie, for real. Like, without doing this with Jones or AC or Ford, this shit kind of hard to do. And then I'm also relying on other people. So if you kind of look in my little green monster book, I do have mad podcasts written out. Well, as far as questions written out, but people just don't respect the time, or they just be bluffing like an egg McMuffin. So, what more can I do? But I want to say thank y'all for everybody that support the movement as far as the merchandise. Hey, don't forget, for the month of May, all merchandise. If you purchase a merchandise, you will get a free lupus pin because we're doing lupus awareness month.
Supporting the movement.
Supporting the movement, supporting the cause. Tank top season, baby. I want to see y'all in the gym.
Hey.
I think I should do a gym challenge.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
I'll participate. May get me back in there.
Hey, shout out to the trainer. Homeboy trainer.
Okay.
Josiah.
Hey.
Planet Fitness.
Okay.
Route 40 Kingsville.
Hey.
Since I got you on the spot right now, May 18th, he got a jump rope challenge.
That sounds like fun. May 18th? Alright.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Are you serious? It's 15.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Tell me what I gotta do. Where I gotta be.
Oh, I gotta. Hey.
You gonna have to remind me though.
Huh?
You gonna have to remind
I'll
me.
send you the link. I'll send you the link. Yeah. So May 18th, it's only like 5 spots available.
Okay.
Whatnot. I think the max they do is 8, but yeah.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, it's a jump rope. It's a high intensity workout.
Lord.
I don't know.
Child.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, shout out to him. But like I said, thank you for everybody for supporting the movement. And it's your boy Troubles in the building. I want to thank Maiya for joining me today.
Hey, thank you for having me.
The real estate agent, the designer
The
agent.
designing agent, your go-to source for all things real estate and interior design.
Shout out your social medias where you want them to
So
follow you
my
at.
Instagram is the designing agent _ and then if you want, you can follow me on Facebook. For my Facebook family, I am just Maiya Weston, and that's not like Weston like the hotel. It's
Ooh.
WESTON.
There
But,
we go.
Hey,
Drake had a Western line before. I can't remember it.
I don't know.
Yeah, whatever. So Facebook, Instagram.
So yeah, Instagram, I am the designing agent. And Facebook, I am just Maiya Weston.
Hey,
That's it.
look
So you
for
can
y'all.
follow me.
Hey, if you're in Baltimore area,
My investors hit me up if you have any questions. As far as grants, programs, assistance, Section 8, rental, housing. I want to be a resource to individuals in my community. So hit me up.
hey, hit her up. You heard her. She'll get you in that nice crib that you need.
Absolutely.
That you need, baby. That you need. Because we all need a place to stay.
And that's one thing that will not go out of style. Everybody need a place to live.
Exactly.
Clothes go out of style, shoes go out of style. But you gonna need a roof over your head.
Exactly. Hey, yo, shout her out. Make sure you hit her up for all your housing needs. And, hey, she could probably hook you up for information if you're not even staying in Maryland for real, for real.
Absolutely. I got connects all over.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Clutch. So, I'm going to close this podcast out. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Unpredictable Thoughts Podcast. Your boy Trouble's in the building. Thank you, Maiya, for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Peace.
Peace.